Hey guys! So, obviously, doing U-Boat, I am going to be starting a new game of this, just because I've played it a lot and I don't get to play the beginning very often. We're gonna do the absolute fairest of U-Boats, and we're gonna kind of set everything to medium-ish. Also, please let me know if like audio is weird at all, or if like my model is covering something up. I might have to adjust it because sometimes the tracking can get a little bit stuck. So I have to like completely reset the model. You know, if I was smart, I probably would have done all of this stuff beforehand. We'll be lazy and just leave it. And we're gonna be Skipper Ty. I also completely forgot that there was a intro schematic. Okay, so I don't know how it sounded for you guys, but for me that was really, really loud. So I had to like change the volume sliders on the fly. So I was trying to configure the audio beforehand, but it feels like no matter what I do, the audio still like stays stubborn. Where like I'm looking at the volume mixer and it doesn't want to shift very much.
Good luck on your next mission, Captain. Stay safe out there.
Whoa, what a surprise! There's a U-boat! I wonder why that's here. Before you go on first patrol, recommend undergo training. I am not gonna do training, cause like I said, I've played this a number of times, assuming it will let me.
Officer, relaying orders directly from the Admiralty. How may I assist you?
Can I not?
Current orders from the headquarters. Your eyes only.
There we go, skip.
Take care, Captain.
Okay.
May your next mission be a success.
So let's just do a real quick check to make sure that we have all of the goodies we need, which, as far as I'm concerned, we don't. Flak, torpedoes. Okay. So we will just hop right into it and go.
Liaison officer, relaying orders directly from the Admiralty. How may I assist you today, Captain?
Well, I would kind of hope that it would sound better than Reddy's, considering that I,
Police have
actually
current
spent
orders on
money
your
on it, and
headquarters.
it's an
Eyes
actual
only.
microphone instead of just like the cheapest lapel mic I could find. Let's do this one. It's nice and close. Okay, and
Change course.
so I keep wanting to drag things around with my middle mouse button because
Set a
I'm
course
used
with
to that
police
being
coordinates.
like how I move things. So like I look around with middle mouse button, uh, I move all my stuff with middle mouse button, but
Slow ahead.
this game it's like nope, we use WASD to rotate around the boat. And then the middle mouse button does some simple time acceleration, which I'm sure will not cause any issues whatsoever. There will be no problems for that. Definitely don't know that from experience. Oh, okay. Sorry, I am gonna do it right now because I always forget to do it beforehand. Is lower the graphics a little bit, just because streaming is a little more demanding than playing without it. Again, who would have thunk? And there you go. I just so my day-to-day job is SolidWorks. So that's where I was talking about with like you rotate with middle mouse button, uh, like panning.
Tube 1 loaded.
So like moving the
Tube
screen
1
around
loaded.
like side to side is I want to say control and middle mouse button. Um, so that's the control scheme I am used to.
Captain,
And
confirmation
if I
from
want
Ukraine.
to,
No change in
uh,
status with England or France.
alright. So when I want to do those actions, I just default to using the middle mouse button, especially with the game like this, where it's like, oh yeah, rotate. I want a middle mouse button and turn my camera, but no. Ah, so close.
Patrol area reached.
Time to let HQ know that we are in the correct spot.
Report sent.
I think technically, yeah, technically we're only at war with Poland, so surely this will be a simple cruise with nothing going on. Nothing at all will happen. We'll just be chilling.
Captain, urgent message from OKM. We're at war with
Oh
Britain.
no, the British are involved. Whoever would have thunk? Basically just, if we see British, put the flag in the water.
Captain, word from France is at war.
And same
Defensive
for the French
actions
now.
only. And radar confirms all British ships are targets.
This field, oh, no one is watching. That is why the circle feels so small. We also want to put
Night
a
lights.
red light on so we can hopefully see at least a little better.
Dive to 10 meters.
Just because I want to get
And
some
the listening room. Switch
ships
to electric motors.
sunk.
Blow the tank.
Didn't find any.
Switch to diesel engines.
Sonar found nothing. Why? So how are you guys doing today? Cogs right and Boulder.
Change course.
And yes, I am putting you on the spot. Yeah, so the annoying thing for me, Boulder, is that my work, when I'm not supporting another site,
Dive to
we
10
also use
meters.
Creo.
And the listening room.
And so for that, it's
Switch to diesel engines.
shift and middle mouse is pan, and then
Target position reached.
control middle mouse is like like a rotate like in the plane of the screen. And so like I don't think SolidWorks has that keybind for that, so I'm always trying to do it and not being able to, and it's very annoying.
Set a course to these coordinates.
My muscle memory is just all entirely confused.
Another day, another patrol completed successfully.
Okay. Then back to port we go. I really hate doing paperwork. It's the absolute worst. Like, thankfully, I actually don't have to do all that much of what I would consider to be paperwork. Like usually my stuff is kind of design the thing and make drawing for said thing. With the primary exception for that being if I need to like make slides for like a CDR or something, or like help with like processes and documentation. But thankfully the optical engineers are the ones that have to take care of most of that stuff.
These are orders from the headquarters. The Battle of the Atlantic has begun, and our U-boats have a crucial role to play in it. Our submarines operate close to the British Isles, planting mines on the shores and patrolling shipping routes. Our mission is clear: to win the tonnage war by blocking Britain's naval shipping. The British Empire is powerful, but their power heavily depends on naval trade. The British claim they have a new wonder weapon that makes our submarines obsolete, the Aztec, but we have ideas of how to overcome it. Our U-boats will attack from the surface at night and use wolfpack tactics when possible. We hope to keep France out of the conflict, so French ships are only to be sunk in self-defense. This will not be an easy battle, but we will not falter. We will win the Battle of the Atlantic.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
Sorry, once again, I'm just trying to figure something out real quick, because I am great at this. Okay. There we go. Okay. What kind of...
Take care, Captain, and may your
Quality
next
can we
mission
keep?
be a success.
What do you need, officer? Take a look.
See, I find it kind of amusing how important documentation is and how, like, basically everyone needs it. But at the same time, just it's the absolute worst part of everyone's day.
I serve as the liaison off. These are orders from the headquarters.
And then we're gonna go with some mine laying. So sneaky, sneaky.
What do you need, officer? Take a look.
Also make sure that I have fuel. Okay. I'm just gonna go there, and once again, we're back to sea.
Half ahead. Night lights.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I just realized I'm gonna be doing more paperwork soon. Because I am getting trained to do export classifications for my company, or at least for my office. Which means that I will have to be looking through what the government says can and cannot be exported, and what category it all falls under, which is an absolute pain. Yeah, thankfully, I don't think I need to worry about any import stuff. But the annoying thing is that literally everything we make has to have an export classification, even if we're not planning on actually exporting it. Simply because there's the potential that it might be exported, and like any subcontractors or anyone we work with have to know that they also can't export it. I actually don't think it's because the customer might export it. I think it's purely because we need to tell our suppliers kind of what level of controls they need to have, and also just generic compliance reasons for if, for whatever reason, we try to export it, and what controls need to be had to make sure it doesn't get exported. So like, for example, oh crap. I'm sure this will be fine. We're definitely not going to get destroyed here. Anyway, in the time before we die, or wait, did we... Are we good? Did we get away with it? How did we get away with that? Okay. Apparently we did not get detected. Fun. Anyway, yeah, ITAR versus ear. Part of what we need to know for what can and can't be exported, how tightly it needs to be controlled, but also like different categories have like different levels of strictness of control. And it's all just one huge nightmare. Are they moving? No, they're not. Cool. Oh. No, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Don't get detected. Come on, you can do it. Believe. Believe. I believe. Ah, dang it.
The enemy ships are at battle stations. It won't be easy. We've survived worse.
Okay. Yeah, now we're in emergency mode. We are going to go as deep as we can, which I assume probably isn't overly deep. Sheesh. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, honestly, I don't... I'm not sure how that'll work. It'll be interesting. Largely not my problem though, because I don't have to deal with the compliance. I just have to deal with making sure we know what compliance it is. And this is probably going to blow me up. Hello, fish. Actually, I think we might be fine. How the heck did we get away with that? How the heck did they detect us? That is loadable. The heck? Okay, we are going to do this. Speed up and turn to try and hopefully get out of the way of the boat that I can guarantee is on its way. Hopefully. Give you a crew member to help us go faster. And then we're going to slow down and hard to port. Pull a little cheeky and look at the ship on the very top. And stop. And then drop down to the surface. Surface? Floor. It is technically a surface. It's not wrong. And we are going to sit here and do what I should have done the first time. And just quietly sit on the ocean floor and hope that we don't get hit by depth charges. This is where we get risky. A lot of just chilling on the ocean floor with the early game because we don't have anything to distract them and mask ourselves. We just have to wait. In the later depth charges are a weird weapon choice, basically playing gotcha with bombs in the water. That is absolutely what it is, and I hate it. But I mean, it's also one of those things where it's kind of like, they don't really have a better way of dealing with it. Because it's like, they don't have sonar torpedoes. They don't actually know where I am exactly, so they can't exactly, like, directly fire something. So it's like the best they can do is drop a bomb at a certain spot and hope that it... What? You're joking. Well, apparently we need to get up and GTFO. Hopefully we can get out of the way before we get bombed. Also, the bomb on a stick does sound very awkward. Like, is it like you'd have to be like sailing above them, see them, and just kind of jab it at them? Fault. Where are we going? We want to go over here. What? It's kind of wild. So, is it that they would only be able to use them like if it was surface or something? Huh. I mean, hey, I guess whatever works. I can't imagine it'd be super effective though. It's probably why they stopped doing that. What is that boat doing? Like, do they actually know where I am, or are they just lying? Yeah. Yeah, subs, definitely a little OP when you don't really have anything to do with them, or to deal with them. Uh, huh. What does subs do? Do they have like like basically mines that they would just float to the surface? Or do they also have torpedoes? This is the history that they don't include in these games. Clearly, they need to do a better job of that. Have a DLC that puts us in like, I don't know, World War I or something like that, or whenever the first subs were in use. What are they doing? I I don't think they're actually moving. The Hunley? I'm fascinated now. I want to know the history of subs. Also, what the heck are they doing? Like, now they're chasing us, but
Dead slow ahead.
before?
30 degrees. Starboard.
I may have left that a little long. Uh, is this where we get blown up? This may be where we get blown up. Full speed ahead. Let's see if we can avoid this. Also, explosive strapped to the hull and ramming is an absolutely wild strat. Like, what? Yeah, I would imagine. Like, what? It might not be a fun idea, or it might not be a good idea, but it is a fun idea.
Slow ahead. 75 meters. All engines stop.
Hopefully, that destroyer doesn't actually know, or Corvette doesn't actually know where we are. So hopefully, sitting on the bottom will work. Don't mind me, just gonna walk around my sub while we're hopefully not getting blown up. What is this? I don't know how well it's coming across the stream, but I can hear the sub creaking. It's just a little bit disconcerting. Also, why are they leaving just a block of cheese out on like a cutting board when we're just chilling here? I feel like that's something that should probably be left in the fridge until you're ready to use it. Yeah, snacks. Okay, apparently I can't. I'm not allowed to go to the torpedoes. Okay. Also, I feel like someone should let Cheese know that he's been enlisted into submarine service. He has been conscripted. Yeah, can you stop mansplaining? I kind of need to get through here. Oh, there you go. Thanks, you did. Oh, but these two manspreaders here won't let me through. It would have been really funny if he went back to manspreading after I came back through and then trapped me. Okay, what's the destroyer doing? They're kind of close. I'm sure it's fine. Can I see the explosions at all? I can't, dang it. Where we go? It's over there. Okay, let's float a little bit and then dead slow. Hopefully we can make some forward progress without being detected. Sounds like they're getting further away, which it looks like they are. Just gotta be very, very quiet. Are they coming back around ahead of us? No, it looks like they're leaving. I think they're leaving.
Captain, we're at periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
And we can't see them anymore. Yeah, they're way over there. So I think we're in the clear. We're almost at our target points. Start laying mines. Okay, cool. We did indeed make it, escape the destroyer, and now we are completing our objective. And just for shits and giggles, we are going to go to the ocean floor while we are laying mines. Oh, that's really shallow. What the heck?
10 meters.
May have gone a little bit low, but it's fine. Ignore the dragging sounds.
Dive to 15 meters.
We can put electric dive planes back on. All these goodies. Oh, hey, Moon. I don't think the game will do it, but I think it'd be really funny if, yeah. Oh, dang. Hey, ready? Thanks for the raid. You can see we are doing wonderfully, driving this U-boat. Ignore the scraping sounds. Hello. How was the rest of your stream, ready? Oh yeah, also, we're dragging along the ocean surface while we're laying mines. Yeah, that's fine, right? Yeah, the scraping sounds are a good thing. It's how we know we're moving, because there's no window, so you can't really tell. You just kind of have to go by whether or not you hear the ground scraping on the bottom of your boat. Yeah, did you guys do anything fun after I left? Or it's still just a bunch of trying to scrape off paint? Ah, goop. Got it. Yeah, you guys missed us playing hide and seek with the destroyer with who had explosives when I don't. Yeah, always trying to scrape off the goop. It's what the yeah, see, the goop is why we no, I did not destroy the destroyer reptile, unfortunately. Despite being a U-boat, I don't actually have any torpedoes on here. So we just kind of had to hide and hope we were okay. Yeah, but the mines don't trigger until was a few days after. Yeah, they're designed to arm after a few days so that I don't need to worry about blowing up my own ship while I'm laying the mines. Yeah, so unfortunately not super effective, but yeah, 2 minute my activation time. I'm sure that won't cause any problems with me floating over them. Uh, especially when I am being a lowrider and driving on the bottom and dragging as much as I can. Gotta get all that goop off, you know? Hey, there's only so fast you can go, okay? I also don't know what the detection range is on the mines. So it's like, sure, we may have gone past the mines, but it's possible that we were still within range, which would be unfortunate, to say the least. One more mine and we go home. Okay, and now we leave. Right away! And we're just gonna risk it for the biscuit and run away on the surface. I'm sure no one will see us, because that definitely didn't happen before. Yeah. Right. Yeah, risk it for the sea biscuit. Yeah, I honestly don't know Reptile. I think honestly they just didn't want to need to have us worrying about it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I am. Thank you for the follows, Tala and Alex. I guess I should be the and Tanumaru. Guess I should probably be a good streamer and actually say thank you guys for following. Okay, cool. We have one thing of mines left, and that's all the explosives other than the anti-air we have. Yeah, ready. I'm super tempted to try and do like a substitute teacher, like purposely mispronounce every name. But I'm also like that requires requires processing power, which it's like, I need to thank people. Thank you. Okay. Also, ready. You missed my slight rant on control schemes earlier, but I'm too used to SolidWorks being middle mouse drag for rotation. This is WASD that I'm doing right now to rotate. It's very much messing with my brain. Yep. Yeah, so like rotation on here is WASD, movement in the map is WASD. If I click the middle mouse button, it changes the time acceleration. Yeah, so I was commenting earlier that I'm sure there will be no situations whatsoever where I want to turn my view and look around and then accidentally accelerate time and end up with a depth charge on my rear. And how far away do we need to get? Okay, have fun with the dishes, reptile. Yeah, and I've definitely never played this game before, so I've definitely never had that happen to me. Never at all. I also always forget how slow like the very early U-boats are. There we go. And now we can go home. Because I think the later U-boats can get up to like 20 knots on the surface, maybe. Like it can get going at a pretty good clip. But yeah, this is the basic little baby U-boat. So we go slow. We only have a few torpedoes. Don't even have a deck gun, just an AA gun. So annoying. Yeah, so what do the later...
Lead officer, take a look.
What does this guy have? Okay, 17.7 knots, so... Not quite 20, but it's definitely faster than the 13-ish we were going. I mean, technically speaking, I can use the... It's just a Whittle U-boat. Does this say... Yeah, so this is 67 meters long, 6 meters wide, I think, and I think it's 4 point... Okay, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Yeah, it's 7 meters long, and 9.6 meters high for the in-game boat. But the Uwu boats are only 4.9 meters long and only 8.6 meters high. They're so little. It's the Uwu.
Take a look.
Okay. Resupply everything, fuel. I guess we should probably check to make sure that we don't need to do any more mine laying before we load up on torpedoes.
These are current orders from the headquarters. Your eyes only.
It's going. I mean, I can't actually really see the model while I'm streaming because it's on like the very far edge of my windows. So it's like I have no idea how it looks. I have no idea if it's lagging. I have no idea if the tracking froze again and has me in like a perpetual scowl. Because sometimes that happens. But yeah, it's interesting. It's going. Just quick check to make sure my phone's not going to explode because that's what I'm currently using for tracking. Okay, if it's scowling a little, that might just be full screen. Okay, actually that might be. I can't see. I need a better way of checking this. Oh, dang it, what the heck? Yeah. For yeah, RBF. Um, yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but the eyebrows like to get stuck. Um, and like even recalibrating my phone, like the tracking, it doesn't fix it, and I don't know why. Um, but it's very annoying. So we're just gonna real quick. I have no idea if you can see stuff. Yes, you can. Okay, we're not gonna do that. One sec. Let's while I pull stuff up to see if I can fix this. Yeah, if there's no scuff, are you really streaming? Let's see here. Where is it? I know you're in here somewhere. Or are you not? I swear I had a thing in here for it. Alright, so I did have... Yeah, if there's no scuff, you're not a real VTuber. Where's it? I had a thing in here. Oh, shoot. What's it doing? Oh no. I clicked the wrong thing. You can't see what's going on, but I clicked the thing and now things are happening. On here. Okay, have fun with the Sabo debut, Cogs, right? Okay, I guess we're just gonna, if we can, do that later. Oh no. Well, at least I got the scuff part down. Okay, get. Come on. Could have sworn I already had this.
Take time.
Oh. What? Crap. Oh, I know what's going on.
We're already a good way on.
Okay, you know what? This will just have to be later. Hello, Ninja Guy. Sorry, I'm just currently dealing with some scuff. And yeah, having some fun with that. Cool. I actually really kind of want to... Oh, I think I might know. Okay, whatever. I guess apparently, we're just scowling. Since I apparently no longer have the VTube Studio plugin installed, so I can't do model shenanigans on the fly. Cool. Well, don't worry, guys. I'm not angry at you. I'm just angry at the software and how it doesn't like working. Okay.
These are current orders from the headquarters. Your eyes only.
Hi, Sinewave. How's it going? Okay. Let's do some actual fun times. So, yeah, we're angry at the bad guys and the fact that we have to play as them in order to play the game.
What do you need, officer?
Okay.
Take a look.
Just gotta load up on all the torpedoes. I'm actually not sure what the practical difference is between these. Oh, I think T2 is just free. Okay. I like T1s. So we're doing that. As for why I like the T1s, they're faster. T2s only go 56 kilometers an hour, whereas T1s you can make them go 81. You can also get a little extra range if you slow them down a little.
Take a look.
Okay. Is there anything else we need? Nope. All full up. So we're just gonna wait for the torpedoes to be loaded, and then
Serve
hopefully
as the
go
liaison
sink some
officer.
ships.
These are current orders from the headquarters. Your eyes only.
Okay, what do we got? Let's do medium. Get the reputation so we can hopefully get some tech unlocks going,
Change course.
or at least some upgrades. And off we
Path
go.
ahead.
Okay, that should be good speed. So kind of annoyingly on like a little preview I have on OBS, it's too small, so the eyebrows just kind of get pixelated out of the picture. So it's like, no, you're not allowed to see what's actually going on here. You can just suffer. Got the cutesy scowl. Okay, speed up.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Also, I think
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
so. Unless they've changed it, which I don't think they have, the leave port option. Oh man. Okay. Bye-bye voice, I guess. I didn't need you anyway. What the heck? Just decided to say, nah, we're good. We don't need to work.
Orders.
Okay, time to go find a U-boat and help them. Anyway, like I was saying,
Set a course
the
for
leave
east
port
course.
button, is only around for a certain amount of time after you leave, the locks at a port. And there are some where it takes a really long time to get to the actual, like I can time accelerate at high speeds section. So it's like if you miss that leave port option, like that button, then you're just kind of screwed, and you have to sit there and wait. And I very much don't like it because I don't like waiting. Actually, hey, this guy has upgrades available. Okay, what do we want? Provide medical help without first aid. Let's get better finding with the sonar, or at least the hydrophones. Okay. Okay, now how do we find this submarine?
Help over here.
So it's 1 a.m., so we want
Night lights.
night lights to see. So I want more people watching, and it's foggy crates. Yes, it is my second stream, Hilarion. I mean, I guess technically I had like one or two like ages ago, like a decade ago. But for all intents and purposes, yes, this is my second stream. Okay. Wow, we just cannot see anything. What the heck? Where is the boat? I can't see. Oh, thanks. Both Cogs right for lying and saying I'm doing great, and Talarian for complimenting the model. I paid X amount of dollars for it, so I'm glad people like it. Can't see.
Captain, we have reached our target.
Wait, ready? What did I say? That's armable.
Report sent.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Or I guess what thing in particular did I say? I guess there's a couple things it could have been.
These coordinates.
Captain, we have reached our target.
I mean, it's true. There's so much just silence. I feel like I need to keep talking. Why can I not time accelerate? Oh, someone wants to talk to me. Okay, how's this look? Rumors of Stephen Myers' worsening condition has reached me. Crewmates whispered of a relentless cough, fever that refused to break, and blood staining his handkerchiefs. I hear that's bad. The officer's rudimentary medical training painting a grim picture. Tuberculosis. Oh, it does feel better in the VOD. Okay, hopefully. But tuberculosis is a bacterial infection that primarily attacks the lungs. Sadly, survival rate is low. But there are dedicated sanatoriums in Germany for people with this disease. Transporting Stefan Meyer to one of these facilities would dramatically increase his chances of survival. Danger is not imminent, and we should be able to complete any remaining orders before heading back. Hopefully. I say hopefully. I know the answer. The answer is yes. He's not just going to randomly die on us. Okay, cool. Ready. So if I just look at the timer and sit here for silence for 2 minutes, that's fine, right? Yeah. Moment of silence for Stefan Meyer for getting tuberculosis.
Captain, we have reached our target. Captain, we have reached our target. Target position reached.
We've been notified by a nearby U-boat of a probable target in the area.
Change course.
Captain, we have reached our target.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Okay, I'm not actually gonna just sit here forever and just be quiet.
Captain, we have reached our target.
But I feel like I normally find. Wait, Ray, did you actually get TB in 2025? Please tell me that's a joke.
Target position reached. Change course.
Okay, good. I was like, first off, when? But yeah, no, it's fine. Oh dang. I was like, why is the skipper on the periscope? Apparently there's currently a thunderstorm, and yes, it is indeed a tide that you spy, Runic. And apparently the waves right now are absolutely wild. Considering we went solo that the skipper needed to use the periscope. I mean, Reddy, you say that you're impressed he managed it, but also keep in mind that in the game it's 1939. So that's very easy to do. Okay. Speedy boy. I don't think it'll show up on the hydrophone. No, it did not.
Captain, we have reached
How
our
am I?
target.
I'm doing all right. Second stream, so you know, stress. But also for whatever reason, like a few minutes ago, my voice decided to just go, Yeah, you know what? Sounds like fun. Let's just die for a second. So that's fun. Guess it's a good thing I have lots of water right next to me to keep hydrating.
Submarine. Straight ahead.
Found him.
Captain, this seems to be the missing U-boat that we were tasked to locate.
What could possibly be wrong with the submarine? I'm sure it's fine. I'm also really curious what the
Go ahead.
model looks like whenever I like have to scratch my face. It actually doesn't look too bad. At least assuming I was looking at the right thing, which I don't think I was. I have no idea how much delay I have on my stream view, but I don't see it. It looks fine. Oh, if you really want to see the buff when you can read stuff. Oh, apparently this is the old one. So if you are here when we get to a newer and fancier U-boat, the torpedo computer, or actually, hang on. Is it just, I need to... Torpedo calculator, there we go. Can we do that? Send you to the calculator. Will do, thank you, Talarian. Thankfully, I think I'm usually good, just because... Oh, shoot, scroll up. Most of the stuff you don't really need to be able to read what the words actually say. Like if I hover over it, it gives me a tooltip that translates it. But yeah, if we look over here, yeah, these are words. Although the later ones are much more complicated. Actually, let's see. Can I? You say that, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some games where it basically is you need to be able to read German in order to play it. How do I do this? I want to... We're gonna do this. That there. Why is it save as that? Why? Okay, I have no idea how to actually show this properly, but we will actually. Can I? Can I? I do this. Oh, sick! It works. Okay. Transition that. So this is what the later game targeting computers, the torpedo calculators look like. I have no idea how well you can actually read that on stream. But yeah, it's like you just look at it and it's like, ah yes, all these dials and knobs and things in German. I have no idea what any of this is. So it's kind of like have to hover over everything and be like, okay, what is this? Thankfully, I don't actually need to worry about that because I can just have the crew do the targeting for me, and it makes it much easier. Okay, U-45 is floating on the surface without a living soul on its deck. Inspection from our boat makes it clear that the boat sustained major damage. It remains a mystery, though, what happened to the crew and why the enemy left it in such a state while at sea. Let's investigate. Oh yeah, right. Like if you look at any of like the old school like mechanical calculation devices, it's crazy. Like there's a lot of stuff that's like super complicated and super fun as a mechanical engineer where I'm looking at like I wish I could make stuff like this. Your team cautiously boarded U-45, reporting that they cannot hear any sounds from inside the ship. What do you want to do? Oh yeah, like these kinds of games go super in depth with like all of the simulation stuff. Like you can go like full realism on this. Also, I find it very appropriate that we are boarding the abandoned submarine during a thunderstorm with the sky glowing orange. This is fine. Time to investigate. And now we wait while they investigate. And nothing will go wrong at all. Yeah, it's fine. I see no problems. What could possibly go wrong? Haro von Tureski went to the conning tower and carefully opened the closed hatch, then quickly ran to the barriers on the conning tower, clearly choking. He reported that inside are the corpses of sailors, with dried blood flowing out of their eyes and lips. Not creepy at all. Haro von Tureski had no doubt. The boat was damaged by a mine which led to flooding of the batteries on the boat, which in turn released chlorine gas and resulted in the death of the entire crew. Okay, now let's go back and send a guy with some dynamite, which I probably should have done. Oh, I don't have dynamite. Cool. Uh, in that case, I need to wait for them to get there so they can come back. Return. Okay then. You are going to man the periscope so that we can target this guy and sink him. But yeah, like, if you don't go super in depth in like a simulation game, I feel like you're not doing it right. So like Microsoft Flight Sim, which yes, technically an argument can be made that it's a flight simulator, not a game. Same thing still applies. Like it's super in depth. I feel like there have been a few other games I've played that have all been like super in depth with all the systems. But I think the yes, I am absolutely furious with you specifically, Talarian. You have just really just made me upset. No, the actual answer is the tracking got stuck. And I don't currently have a way that I'm aware of to correct it. So we're just dealing with Angry Ty right now. We are locked in permanent RBF. Oh, I'm sitting here like, why is it taking so long for the U-boat to move to a good position? I hear it helps if you actually tell your U-boat to move. Could be wrong, but that's at least what I've heard. Yeah, you see, this is actually why I'm scowling. People keep saying I'm cute, even though I'm not. Yeah, I guess that's true. With the no hardware properly replicating real life. At the same time, like, just because you can't get like the full like motion simulation part of it, I feel like the software simulation still has a place for it. And so now I think about if I'm allowed to say something, which I have to think about it. Probably better I don't. Um, so I'm gonna leave it there, but I have a comment about it that I don't think I can make. Um, all I will say is that I am currently working on flight simulation systems and have NDAs. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's one of those things where I probably could say it, but given I'm currently streaming, I'm going to stay on the cautious side and not say it. Oh, Rudik, this isn't even my normal job. This is just what I'm working on currently.
40 seconds.
Because I've been loaned out to a separate site.
To impact. Torpedo wasn't done.
Oh, are you kidding me? What the heck? Okay, apparently we have to launch another torpedo because the first one sucked. Techno Wizard, thank you for the follow.
Slow astern.
Yep, know nothing about. Uh, yep, Boulder. I have comments, but again, not gonna say that. But yes, there are a lot of like there are a lot of different types of flight simulators. Like there are some where it's like basically me playing Microsoft Flight Sim, where it's like I have a computer, I have monitors, I might have a joystick of some description. And then there's others where it literally is like the size of rooms that have hydraulics and like throw everything around so you can at least get some semblance of an idea of G-forces. But those latter ones are the very expensive ones.
Fire. 20 seconds.
There we go. Oh, dang, I didn't. There we go. We can see the explosion freeze frame after the fact because I'm horrible and didn't let you see it actually happen. Okay. Now to go back to our wabbit heat hunting.
Set a course to these coordinates. Half ahead.
But yeah, no, what I normally do. Oh, simulator where you put the person in a realistic cockpit and then you put that on the setup with wings and a high-powered turbines to then propel that into the air using wings, and then you just translate input.
One loaded.
Yeah, imagine a simulator like that. That'd be wild. But what I was about to say is that normally what I work on when I am not being loaned out to someone else is precision space optics. So like lens assemblies that go to other planets. It's fun. Just break all of the NDAs, assuming that they're not NDAs that are still applicable. I mean, like,
Funnel smoke.
part of my problem is that, like, yeah, sure, I have stuff I'm working on where I can't talk about it because NDA reasons.
Set a course to these coordinates.
But I also have stuff where I can't talk about it where, like, even just talking about it, could very easily dox me. Because it's like so limited quantity on such high profile things that you could probably figure out where I work. Yeah, the main thing, Cogs, right, is I'd rather not for company to somehow find out that I was talking about things I shouldn't and fire me. Um but then also depending on how thoroughly the NDA was broken, um that could also have some very real world like technology export issues, which would get me in trouble with the government. Let's see here, what do we have? Okay, cool. No negative effects from psychological breaks. Great. Oh yeah. Yeah. Although actually, depending on the forklift company, it could still be pretty bad. It really, it all just depends on what you're doing. Like I'm pretty sure they make basically everyone sign an NDA, which it's like, okay, if you're a janitor, then like yeah, don't talk about the stuff you see, but you're probably not gonna have a whole lot to talk about. It's like, oh yeah, cool, I saw a piece of aluminum on an assembly station with some glass. Cool. But like the engineer who designed it and finds all of it super fascinating and really cool and really wants to talk about it can say so many things. Yeah, there's also that where it's like companies really like to keep their stuff to themselves. And if you are known to not do that, then they will not be happy with you and you will probably not have a fun time whatchamacallit, finding another job. Yeah, those NDAs are always fun, Cogs, right? I don't think I currently have one of those, but I've also only been working in industry, if we don't count the internship, for about 2 years. So I still got time to get all those fun NDAs.
Skipper?
Stop direct orders. I want you to get all the experience. And then you are calculator. NDA bingo. Yeah, how much stuff can you drop in your NDA break before you get stopped?
Calculate torpedo course. Set a course to these coordinates.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they tend to be very particular about it. Okay, where are we at on target? 50%? So part of my problem with playing this game, back at the early game, is in the later game you get torpedoes that have like sonar tracking, so you just kind of fire in the general direction and it'll track the sound of the boat's like propellers. So you don't need to be overly accurate. But currently we only have dumbfire torpedoes, which means if they go in straight line, if they hit, they might go off. If the target is not in that straight line, then they will just miss and sink. Yeah. We're gonna load this torpedo. And hopefully we can get it while we're still in a good position. Okay, cool. Almost there. And launch. Yeah, fire and forget are great. Except when there ends up being a boat that's a little bit closer, like slightly closer than the boat you were targeting, and the fish starts going towards that instead. Definitely not my preferred thing to happen. I've had that happen a few times to me. Oh, I guess I will also make sure that we can watch. Do you guys want the top view of the explosion or the underwater view of the explosion? We got options. Cool. Underwater it is. Crap, what the heck? Whoa. So, underwater... You know, Boulder, I respect that. Not many people would admit to being a bottom, but you do you. Personally, I think the top view is more interesting, because you also get to see, like, all the stuff flying into the air and the smoke, but hey. Yeah, we don't judge. You do you. It's severely damaged, so that adds some points, and hopefully we get the sunk. But in the meantime, we're gonna come over here. Yeah, we'll do a top view for the next boom. It doesn't help that it was like the time acceleration was going on, partially because like my mouse decided to freak out and just zoom across all my monitors. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, now we're gonna come over here and rescue the important people. Okay, so it's funny you say that, Talarian. It's not in this game, but one of the technologies that was used in like early days of torpedoes for like fixed emplacements was they actually had guide by wire torpedoes where they had I think it was like they had two sets of cables coming out of the back of the torpedo, and like depending on how like you could control those two different cables, and depending on how you move them, it would like change how the torpedo steered, so you could literally aim it towards your target. We're gonna do this because now I wanna yeah, it was an actual mechanical movement. Let's see if we got it. Where are we at? Looking for the good pictures. Okay, I don't want to go too in depth on this because that's not the point. But yeah, like if you look up wire guided torpedoes, then you should be able to find too in depth. Not intended. Okay. Properties here. Show this. Okay. Yeah, so like they had these two barrels that had cable wrapped around it. And so they could change how much actually it would change how like I said, like the rotation of how it moved. Also, if I was smart, I would have paused the game while I was doing that, but whatever. Where we at? Okay, no, I'm stopping because I am getting sidetracked. Okay.
They are sinking.
Oh, cool. Ship is sinking. We're gonna come over here and grab the lifeboats, or at least some of the people. See here, Cold War simulates it. You know, I feel like Cold Wars is one of those games that I need to get around to playing eventually. Oh, yep, sorry. I am brilliant streamer. I very much know what I'm doing because I am amazing. It's fine. You don't need to see. There's nothing of interest. It's just me playing a game. Okay. Lifeboat 1. Any important people here? Nope, just a bunch of random sailors. Lifeboat 2. Is this where the important people? Yep, Lifeboat 2 is where the important people are. Cool. No, obviously it does, because I suck. It's... Any other streamers, yeah, no, it's fine. Hiccups, it's fine. Me, no, I am just the absolute worst. And yes, this is a joke.
Set a course to these
Okay,
coordinates.
and hopefully we can find more boats. Okay. Boat just chilling on the bottom of the ocean.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Okay. How long before we can... So whether or not that is historically accurate, I don't know. And that's something that I'm not going to fact check right now. But I mean, I could kind of see it. Like, especially if it was like, yeah, they're pretty cramped. But, I mean, hey, if there's someone important, like for example, the captain of a ship is aboard, they might have goodies you could get out of them. So, I don't know. All I know is, I get goodies if I turn them in. So, when able, I will be taking prisoners. What do we have? So scrapping isn't that row. Faster repairs, salvage, thorough. No, we're gonna be stealthier. Because I find that's usually better than being able to repair faster. Dive down to hopefully...
And the listening room.
Oh, what? I only have 2, dang it. Hopefully be able to find some ships. So we can find...
To electric motors.
Ooh, goodies.
50 meters.
Oh, it's convoy. We'll do this. They're at least on the way. I want you to stay in listening room and full speed ahead.
Current depth, 30
And
meters.
hopefully we will be able to intercept these guys.
We're at periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
Okay, to the surface. Go roughly there.
Switch to diesel engines.
Hopefully
We've risen to the surface.
we can get them.
Periscope depth.
You go look for contacts. Where are they at? We want to sink all the ships.
Periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors.
Yo, what? How'd they get over there so quick? Dang it. I don't think we'll be able to get to them. No. Oh well. We will have to find someone else.
Course to these coordinates. Funnel smoke bearing 125 degrees. Blow the tanks.
We're gonna go back to the surface for the time being so we can hopefully refill our batteries and oxygen because I hear breathing is good. I'm not sure of the accuracy of that statement, considering everyone who breathes oxygen dies. But hey, that's what I've been told. So we'll try and provide a source of oxygen for them.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
Looks like air is almost filled up. And we're just gonna chill and charge the batteries because I don't like how low that is.
Tanker,
We're a well-oiled
10
machine.
degrees.
Let's
Okay,
show the evidence.
and they are British. Ooh, this might be a fun sinking.
Periscope depth.
Yeah, you know what, Boulder? That's a good point. I don't know why. Clearly, this is just a case of big medical trying to make you worse so that they can sell you products. Okay. Target the tanker full of oil so that hopefully we get a nice big boom. I hear that's fun, but I know it's
Map
fun.
ahead.
Come on.
Captain, we're at periscope depth.
They've been bought by Big Air.
Switch to electric motors.
But no, here's the thing, Cogs, right? We actually generally like Big Air. They're fun, provide us lots of cool jumps. You know, I think it's primarily Big Medical that's really trying to screw us over. Unknown ship. Yeah, all the fans make windstorms. Also, don't forget about the tornadoes ready. How else do you think those are formed? Clearly, it's just giant fans all pointed correctly so that it creates vortexes in the air. Yeah, I see no possible other explanation for that.
Flood tube 1.
Okay, what is this trying to tell us? Hello?
Tube 1.
Okay, I guess it was just saying far away. What do we have? Hopefully. Yeah, they use the bird drones controlled by the government. Okay, fire away. We're gonna watch so we can hopefully.
Torpedo has covered half the distance. 40 seconds to impact. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds to impact.
Try and get the good view on this. Got the... Oh, that is volumetric. The more you know. Interesting. Kind of looked a little billboarded. And hopefully that's enough to just sink them. Unfortunately, we didn't get a fire on the ship, but alas, sometimes that's just how it goes. Interesting. Huh. Now you're good. So does one of these actually say out of commission? I assume it might be this one between charge and electric. Huh, interesting. So these say out of commission. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I also like the idea of just some poor warehouse worker trying to shove a typhoon into a shipping crate to send it across the world. Okay, you know what? This is taking too long to sink. We're gonna give them another torpedo. I'm sure they won't mind. I mean, gifts are always nice, right? Who doesn't like getting a nice gift? Especially when they're unexpected. Unexpected gifts are the best.
Change course.
Yeah, and it's free. How many ISO containers does it take to ship a typhoon? You know, I feel like it kind of depends on the size of the typhoon. Like larger typhoons probably need more. Smaller typhoons might be able to fit into one. How the heck is this boat faster than us?
Reached our target. Blow the tanks. Current depth 5 meters. Switch to diesel engines.
Yeah, I don't care that you see me. I'm gonna ram a torpedo down your throat.
Time to test our metal, lads.
I hope you don't mind me giving you this nice, long, hard
Fire.
torpedo.
40 seconds to impact.
Yeah, the most insane of assembly instructions.
Another successful patrol under our belt.
Wait, did it?
Keep it up.
The crew evacuated.
Boom! Apparently that was kind of unnecessary torpedo, but oh well. It works.
Change course. Dead slow
Forward one.
ahead.
Go slow.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Reminds me that once your warehouse is big and empty enough, it has its own microclimate weather and all. Yeah, you see, that's how they package the typhoons, is they keep it nice and empty so they can get their own climate and then package that up. Makes sense to me. Well, actually, have you guys heard of, I think the Scripps Institute of Oceanography, associated with the University of California in San Diego, they actually have like a special, like tide simulator, I guess, where they can control the climate inside of it, control the size of the waves, and the point is to, I think it was like to test the spray that comes off of waves during like storms and stuff. Like it's super cool. Like, this. Yes. Sorry, I'm looking away from chat for a second, but I think part of the reasoning for it, Hilarion, was I think they want to see how like warming climates affect the spray that comes off from waves and how that has an impact on the climate. Is it this? Oh no, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhere, but it's really cool. Now the old model of the San Fran area to simulate the repercussions of building a dam, and back then simulations cannot be computed. Yeah, so it's not modeling a specific area. I think it's more of just a generic like ocean simulator where it's like you can see like how does the sea interact with the air, what are some like low ocean, low sea actions, I guess, like what goes on in that area. I think they might even have said that there was like some deep sea aspects that can be studied from it. Um, but really the point is that it's like, I think it's like a self-contained climate so that they can really test whatever they want to without needing to find an actual spot in the ocean that just so happens to be experiencing the conditions they're looking to study. It's really cool. F2. Do you have? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And enemies nearby. Oh,
All engines
I
stop.
want to stop. Yeah, I mean, it's not really my area of interest either. I'm not an oceanographer. It's just cool technology. And it's one of those things that I really wish that I knew more about. Although, speaking of Scripps Institute of Oceanography, I am really disappointed that they are getting rid of what is quite possibly the world's coolest boat, called the Flip. I bet you'll never guess why it's called that. Let's see here. Where's a good picture? Ah, this is a good one. Okay, properties for this. So this is the Flip. um, yeah, world's coolest boat by far. The idea is that you can. So most boats, when you're out on the open sea, you'll have some kind of rocking motion to it. Um, so if you're trying to get like really stable, accurate data, you can't really get that. But with the Flip, the whole thing rotates. So there was a note here that kind of shows it. Um, so you have what is essentially a giant keel. Give me a sec while I place this. Yeah. You have a giant keel, so that the boat is super steady, and doesn't really move like at all. So it can get their really nice, accurate data. Yeah, like most of it is just like a tube with like a little bit at the top that is actually somewhat boat shaped. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so you can see it's mostly just tube. It's also really funny to watch videos of like the inside when they're flipping, because so it basically most of this tube gets flooded. Uh so as they flood that section, it basically falls down because it's not buoyant anymore. And so that the weight of that water at the bottom also gives it a lot of mass to help keep it steady. Yeah, it's super cool. And the internals are all like designed to either rotate from one position or another, or are fixed for given rotations. So there will just be like a sink on the wall or something like that. Not the wall, the ceiling. Yeah, the whole thing is really cool. And this boat needs to hurry up and sink so I can get the extra cash. Okay. Hide that. Yep. Yep, I caught it this time. I remembered. I still had it up. Come on and sink. You can do it. I believe. I don't have anything else I can use to accelerate this process. I don't think... stop direct orders. I don't think if I try using the machine gun... Hello? Yep, that's me. Absolute pro. A little bit. In that it has sections that are intentionally flooded to drop them into the ocean. Or at least lower into the ocean. Yeah. See that there? What the heck? This ship needs to sink. I'm sure firing some wimpy little bullets at this will definitely sink it faster. Very effective use of my ammunition here. You know what? I'm not gonna wait. So here's the problem with aiming for the boiler. This is the smokestack for the boiler, which means the boiler is currently underwater. And I cannot, like, I'm trying to move lower and it will not go lower. Probably because this is anti-aircraft gun. So I can go really high, but there's not generally aircraft you need to be shooting an AA gun at that is below the waterline. Yeah, that's a good question. I have no idea what OSHA regs would be like for the flip. Yeah, it was wild. Like it was cool, but also wild. Okay. We are just gonna leave, I guess, because this boat doesn't want to sink.
Captain, I'm exhausted. I could use a break. Faster!
And hopefully we can get far enough away that we can actually... Wait, and turn off the alarm. Far enough away that we can actually go home. I'll get this. Okay. And back home we go. Oh yeah, I forgot they did this sometimes. Everyone just lines up like, yeah, we're home, we did well. Band and everything. All of the tonnage. Man, we sank a ton. I even go so far as to say we sunk a lot of tons. Ship. Cool. So what goodies do we get? Hey, I'm sure I can find something else of interest I could talk about for you, Boulder. If, you don't need food, right? Okay. Oh, that's right. It's a different person for that.
Stay safe out. Captain, this may be your new crew. Let me know.
Yeah, so I can get survivors from ships. And when I turn them over to this guy, I get some money and some reputation. Which, the reputation, it's used for either favors from the Admiralty. So, like, I can get more officers on board so I can do more things. I can roam about without having an active mission. I can run an extra mission at the headquarters, which I will discuss momentarily. And I can also get more options in the like when I'm trying to get a mission, there will be more options for me to choose from. And then what are the headquarters missions, you might ask? Well, if I go to headquarters, this is where the research happens. So there's a whole bunch of different technologies where I can send someone, one of my officers that are not currently aboard the ship to, and spend some of my reputation to unlock better upgrades for either my boat or like the ammo that's available, or like the actual ports that the U-boat is docking at. Because something that can happen is that you can get air raids on the ports where you'll just be chilling and then all of a sudden planes come in and start attacking. So I assume that the pins will make it easier for you to not have to worry as much about that. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, why is the highest speed level out of order? But yes, it does make more sense that it is utmost power. Yeah, so much power that your engines will be out of order. Like, you're going so fast, you're gonna break these things. Okay, so the reason that they're grayed out is, yeah, pretty much. What you said there, Tolarian, with the only be used when needed. But the reason that only those were grayed out is because, if you have the engineer or an engineer working on the engines, then you get the ability to use speed 4. Yeah, speed 4 in the English translation of it. But then if you give them an extra crew member to kind of give them a hand, then it unlocks speed 5 or utmost power. Military speed? Huh. Interesting. Also need new crewman. Okay.
Need officer. Take a look.
Load up on torpedoes. Load all of the tubes. And fuel. And I think that's all. Oh, I also want dynamite and pew pew and dive suit. There we go. Yeah, flank speed. I actually forget if I feel like flank speed and full speed are different, but don't quote me on that. War emergency power?
These are current orders from the headquarters.
I'm not gonna. It kind of sounds like wartime emergency powers, like something that like the government would have, and not the engines of an aircraft.
These are current orders from the headquarters. Your eyes only.
Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's do more tonnage war. Okay, and then I think this will be the last mission we do for today, because I can feel my voice starting to kind of starting to be less than ideal, but it's fine.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
I do kind of like, oh, Captain's the movie going divert all power to main engines. Yeah, although to be fair, I feel like, yeah, voice do go scrungly. I feel like, normally when they have the whole divert all power to main engines thing, it's usually like a space thing, where usually, they do have some kind of electrical related engines, like propulsion, or at the very least, like the propulsion system is tied into similar systems as everything else. So for that, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, especially when you consider the fact that technically, if you're in space, where that statement makes the most sense to be plausible, that's also where you need life support. So if you're diverting all power to the engines, that means that you're also diverting power from life support to the engines. I mean, if it's an option, I'd assume they're related. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you don't know. Yep, everyone hold your breath. Yeah, CO2, it has O2 in it, right? That means it's fine to breathe. That's how that works.
Drive to 35 meters. Man the listening room.
Oh, also, I should probably actually upgrade my people, give them new skills. I thought I gave you the engine specialist, but apparently not. And what do you get? You are going to be tracked faster. Okay. Power volt might be limited to generate output and even more probable maximum thermal emissions. So if you have to turn off air reprocessors and other board electronics for a bit, that should be fine.
We've been notified by a friendly vessel of a possible target within our vicinity.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like turning off air supply. Oh, I'm at full speed, aren't I? Probably isn't usually the best idea. Just for the previously mentioned topic of, I've been told that oxygen is important for breathing. Again, I can't personally independently verify that statement, but that is what I've been told. But yeah, I don't know.
Funnel smoke.
Also, let's be honest.
15 degrees.
Oh, there's a lot of ships here. Yeah, for a few minutes, but depends on how long you need to maintain that. There's also the problem of like 99% of sci-fi is just like almost entirely technobabble. Oh yeah, no, speak your piece. Like I will not shoot you down for at least presently I will not shoot you down for bringing up a potential scenario. But now I need to focus because
Dead slow ahead.
there are ships that can hurt me. Oh yeah, I love Stargate. Like, I still think that the Stargates are probably my favorite form of space travel that I've seen in a sci-fi series.
Change course.
You know, how... You know what, we're gonna do this. This might not be great, but hopefully we can get away with it. As quiet as possible. hopefully we can.
Use some help over here.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
Hopefully we can get ahead of these guys. Then I have a better idea of what's going on, like where they are and arranged.
Decks awash. Switch to diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Change course.
Please let me go ahead.
Alarm canceled. Alarm! Convoy in sight. Bearing 270 degrees. Periscope.
Someone could argue if some sort of electric powered shield or other non-essential equipment would be powered down, allow the system to generate more heat, use more power. You know, thermal management of space is super annoying. Like the absolute worst. Yeah, no, it's super annoying.
Periscope depth. Ready for surface observation.
But yeah, again, a lot of.
Switch to electric motors.
I think the way Star Trek handles it is.
Set a course to these coordinates.
I don't know how they're moving heat. Personally, I would just move most of the heat is made at the source, so you don't have to pump.
Convoy in sight. Bearing 355 degrees.
So ready to challenge with dissipating heat at the source is normally the way you would do that is by sticking like a heat sink on it or something like that, with like maybe a fan to dissipate the heat. But in space, like Tellurian was saying, is that all you can do is use radiation. So you kind of have to pump all of your heat from everything to the radiators so it can radiate the heat elsewhere. Yeah, I think I've seen Star Trek, or at least I think I might have seen an explanation where it's like they radiate it into subspace or something like that. That might be more efficient. I don't know. I also don't know if they actually even care about it. Okay, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I would also like to know because that is an interesting concept. Hopefully I can sneak in amongst these guys before crossing paths with the destroyers. Oh, really? Oh, I think I know the things you're talking about. Really, those are entropy cassettes. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does kind of make sense to, in a sense, to have, like, sorry, I think this is ready to be fired. Yeah, no, ready. Like the ISS, if you look, they have like dedicated radiators that heat gets pumped to. But yeah, I think I remember the like emergency thermal stuff for Elite Dangerous. Morphins to have a tank, liquefied gas, and vent the superheated gas. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Screw it. Actually, hang on.
I need some help here.
Hopefully I can get to a good spot. Nope, it's just getting worse. Cool.
40 seconds to impact.
Please work.
20 seconds.
There we go.
The enemy. Fire on board.
Okay, now we're gonna target
Terminate silent running.
this guy.
Return to normal operations. Calculate torpedo course. The crew evacuates the ship.
They're sunk. Yes. Okay. This is where things get a little bit dicey.
Change course.
So I will be focusing on this instead of chat. Absolute horrible streamer. But there's a lot of danger boys running directly towards us.
Flip 2-3. Half ahead.
Okay.
The torpedo has covered half the distance.
Hopefully we can get...
It's a hit.
Nice. Then let's launch it off on this guy, because it looks like they're about to be turning into it.
20 seconds. The crew evac.
Okay, and we can view this one.
Another day, another.
Here, what do we got?
Keep up the good work, everyone.
Yep, ISS does that. I could do it the other way around and pump the heat into something with a lot of thermal capacity, then expel. Most stuff with high thermal capacity to be heavy. Yeah, unfortunately. What if you'd be able to hook up space batteries to make use of the heat generated? I don't know. You might be able to get a little bit of cheeky energy recovery. But part of the problem is I feel like most of the stuff that, like most of the ways of generating electricity from heat also kind of involves heating other stuff up, and there's a lot of like air cooling and other cooling that goes on with that. Yeah, to learn, you could still make the temperature differential, but again, I feel like it's still... I think efficiency makes it hard to get... Efficiency and weights. Efficiency makes it hard to get electricity out of that extra thermal production. Okay, waiting for this to sink. And we're just gonna stop.
All engines stop.
And how far is
Echo sounder reading.
ocean floor?
The ship is sinking.
Cool, there we go.
Depth under keel is 8.
Oh, sick, cool. Gonna drop a marker there, there, and there, so I know where the people are. And then we're just gonna drop.
Dive to 85 meters.
Current depth 5 meters.
You never know, there might be someone. Thermal systems is usually mechanical, I believe, though. And from what, assuming you're talking about the Discord, I think you're talking about, I'm pretty sure I'm the only actual ME that I've seen who's active. But who knows? Okay, and just a little more, just make sure we're on the bottom. Silent running. Cool, and now we wait for destroyers to go away. Yeah, I feel like it's a very low bar already. Like, I feel like out of all of the actual engineers, I am just the most active in general. Oh, really? You're aerospace engineering? Nice. So with yeah, you get that super low key. So with propulsion, are you talking about like aircraft propulsion or like rockets? Also, yeah, now Boulder is also going to blame you instead of just me for engineers being stupid. Okay, I think
I'm exhausted.
we might be safe. Oh, nice. Yeah, nuclear propulsion for rocket is actually like super interesting because assuming you're talking about the nuclear, yeah, the spicy proportion that I'm thinking of, it's not actually a chemical reaction, but rather you have some kind of just dummy mass that then flows over a nuclear reactor, gets heated a lot, and then spat out the end. So I believe ion thrusters are different, Larian, at least with the nuclear propulsion and ion thrusters that I've heard of in the past, where that uses like an electrical charge, like a voltage differential to accelerate ions, and basically spit them out the back at high speeds, and that's what gives you your thrust. Whereas with the nuclear, it's actual like thermal. So think of like taking water, superheating it to steam, and then spitting it out the back.
Slow ahead.
That's my understanding of it. Cog's right, you might be able to answer that better. Also, out of curiosity, can you hear my cat meowing? Oh, that's very unfortunate. You know, she has a chair sitting like right next to me, that has like one of those like self-heating cat mats that she can lay on. I think she just woke up from a nap and I was like, hey, hi. Oh, the Orion drive. Yeah, that's also fun. That's the fun one that'll never happen. I actually kind of wonder if that actually ended up getting incorporated into the Kerbal Space Program too, because I know they had some stuff for that, but I don't know if it was something that they like actually got in there, because it's absolutely hilarious. You know, ion engines are great for efficiency, horrible for thrust to weight ratio. Like they are only effective in space. What was Project Pluto? Also, I think this is where I be an absolute goober and mention that actually Star Wars was a missile defense project that the US did in, I want to say, like the 80s to try and counteract Soviet ICBMs. Yeah, that's the Star Wars you guys were talking about, right? Okay, and now we go home. Oh, really? Was it? I didn't know that. Yeah, I only know about Project Star Wars because I think both of my parents worked on it. I know at least one did. Oh, that was the ramjet engines. I mean, is that... I think that's how Russia's, whatchamacallit? How, like, Russia's nuclear hypersonic missile or whatever is supposed to work. Yeah, apparently my mom had a lot of air quote fun with the GPS systems.
Captain.
Okay, so we're going to upgrade you. Give us some better propeller recognition. And then we're gonna
This
release
may be your new crew.
the survivors, and then I am going to call it quits so that I can give my voice a rest and get myself some food. So now we need to find out room 1. Okay, and now it's time to find out who we're gonna raid. So who all is on? Why can I not? Why isn't this working? Oh, that's why. Okay, raid channel. Yeah, SR-71 engines are super cool. I love them. And it makes sense that the dude was strange as hell. Yeah, everything about nuclear engines is not brilliant. And yeah, I'll let you figure out the raid messages. So who do we got? Isa, Bo. What do you guys think? Should we do a Serbathon raid? Okay, Quiet Underwater raid sounds good. Okay, what is she doing? Oh, she's reviewing people's rooms right now. Okay, we will start raid then. Okay, 1 viewer, 3 viewers ready to raid, 5 viewers ready to raid, 10 viewers ready to raid, 13 viewers ready to raid, 14 viewers ready to raid. Cool. Yeah, so, okay. Thanks guys for coming. Thank you for watching. Had a lot of fun. Actually, did the eyebrows get fixed? It looks like the eyebrows got fixed, so I'm not scowling anymore. Cool. Now that we're gonna go watch Cerber and say hi, I am not angry. Cool. So I will see you guys over there. Yeah, now I don't have to deal with you anymore. So, bye guys.
Oh, very fun.